Tiered link building has been around for a while, used in black hat SEO practices to manipulate backlinks and increase higher rankings. But with all the changes Google has made to eliminate black hat SEO practices, tiered link building has taken a huge hit. That said, there are ways to incorporate quote-unquote white hat tiered link building methods without having a negative impact and still increase rankings, even with all these updates from Google. Now, tiered link building basically means you are building links from a variety of sources to your website, and you can do this in several ways that are considered white hat tactics. You can contribute content to higher ranking sites that are relevant to your own as a first tier. You can use comments and forums as a secondary tier to your contributed content, and you can create profile links to allow people to discover your website. The first tier can even be started on a site that you own, or on another relevant site that you do not own. You then start working to bring attention to that site and from that site to your own. The tactic and strategy is to build an authority in your niche and build your brand. But let's have a look at what exactly has changed on Google's end and how it might affect your SEO strategy. Now, over the years, there have been several algorithm updates, and many of these updates were directed towards tiered link building. Google has made tiered link building much less effective as it was practiced in the past. But if you take the time to evolve with Google, your tiered link building strategies might actually survive. So tiered link building takes advantage of the way Google spiders and structures the web, right? And the strategy is effective and will remain effective as long as it is applied properly. Now first, let's address some common mistakes in tiered link building campaigns so you can be sure to avoid them, and some basic tips that can help guide you towards a successful campaign. Poor content. Poorly written or spun content is one of the largest mistakes web owners make when creating their campaign. It can be tedious to create good content, and spinning content correctly can be even more tedious, but without good content, the campaign will fail. A poor target site list. Your target site list is an essential part of your campaign, but many people neglect taking the proper steps to ensure success. Your target sites should be related to the topic on your site. They should also have solid and clear content and have a decent Google ranking themselves. Linking up with any old site just for the sake of gaining links is no longer an effective method and can actually get you in trouble, causing your site to also lose rankings within the search engines. Now, once you establish your target sites, your good target sites, be sure to maintain them regularly. Go through often enough and remove any low-quality sites from your campaign because having those links does not help you. And in fact, again, they can hurt you. Don't have tunnel vision and focus only on one tactic. If you are focused only on tiered link building, then you're losing out on a variety of other techniques that could earn your site the attention it deserves. A tiered link building campaign is much more effective when it's used with other link building tactics. Take advantage of older domains and repurpose them for your own campaign. Owning the websites of your first tier can be a very effective campaign strategy. But be sure to evolve. Just because you read about a strategy that worked for someone else, it doesn't mean it will for you. Do your own thinking and make your own choices that will benefit your site. And as more and more updates are expected to occur, it is essential that you take the time to research and understand the updates and what they mean for your campaign. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, do not just copy everybody else. Gain knowledge about this stuff, then take it for yourself and evolve with it. Be unique. That is where you get the most positive attention. So what is the future of tiered link building going to look like? Let's take a big step back and look at all the changes that have occurred in the past few years. Google has really raised the bar and continuously raises the bar, and anyone trying to create a solid SEO campaign needs to step up their game. Many people think that these updates are no big deal. Google is always fine-tuning their algorithm, right? Yeah, true, they are, and always have been. But the thing is, as the years go by, they are getting better and better and better at it. From Penguin to quote-unquote Fred to Florida 2, Bert, and other seemingly endless core updates. You can also assume that there have been no shortage of other changes that have been implemented that you're not aware of, with still plenty more on the way. Google has dramatically reduced the total number of pages in their index, removing spam pages with their new and improved spam filters. The SERPs have changed, so especially if you've been at this for a while, or if you haven't reapproached and reinvigorated your SEO campaign in years, it is high time you do so. How sites are ranked by Google has changed dramatically over the years. Since backlinks were first introduced in 1998, Google used their algorithms to evaluate the worthiness of a site based on the amount of backlinks the site had. The idea that one site linking to another was a positive vote for that site has been totally altered with the introduction and popularity of social networks. Google has been shifting all their direction towards social networking, taking the ability to fake these positive points away from webmasters. And elements like backlinks are becoming less important compared to other social media components like comments, likes, shares, and so on. So OCBD, or Obessive-Compulsive Backlink Disorder, is a real problem for webmasters. The chase to become number one in the rankings can cause them to begin building massive backlink campaigns while neglecting all of the other several hundreds of factors that go into ranking a site number one. So if you are focused primarily on being the number one position in Google search results, chances are you're going to be pretty disappointed with your tiered link building campaign. You're most likely going to be penalized by Google, and in some cases even banned if you use out-of-date tactics. Bear in mind that Google constantly updates its algorithms for one main purpose: to create higher quality search results for its users. So bearing this in mind, for you to get the highest rankings, your site needs to deserve them. So in the end, is tiered link building completely dead? No, it's not completely dead, but it has taken some massive hits over the years. So if you're planning on using a tiered link building campaign without combining it with other strategies, it's really not going to get you anywhere. And site owners without backlink campaigns can compete fairly against those who do. So the reset button has pretty much been hit at this point, and every niche is up for grabs. So whether you use tiered link building or not, the simple answer in terms of what works best for your site is that your main focus should be on creating a quality site that deserves to be ranked number one. With social networks locked in place and Google continuously spending a great deal of time focusing on them, if your site is good, the users will agree, and you will be ranked well. So this is not to say that link building should be forgotten or even taken away from your SEO strategies. It's just that you may need to incorporate a new approach to go along with it. It's not one of those aces up your sleeve that you can rely on its own. So in short, even the best white hat tiered link building campaign is going to be pretty useless unless it's part of a comprehensive strategy that includes good content. Feel free to check out our other videos so you can keep fine-tuning and getting the most out of your SEO. And click subscribe to stay updated with new tips and tricks to get you to the top of the search engine results pages.